Thanks for tapping in wherever you are.
G.M.S. I want to send a big shout out to everyone who has subscribed so far.
Boston Celtics head coach. All right.
Yeah.
I don't want to mess up your name, but
Timing.
Ime Udoka he's a Nigerian American professional basketball coach and former player who's the head coach for the Boston Celtics, has been suspended, not for like a quarter.
Indefinitely.
He's been suspended the entire season for violations of team policies. He had consensual relationship with a female member of the team staff.
Yeah, I think for this situation, man, I think the main thing that's been talked about recently from what I've seen is accountability for all parties involved. And I know Kendrick had spoke on something about it. He was saying how like, Boston's head coach, yeah, he deserved everything that he's got coming to him. He knew the policy, he knew the rules and everything. So he's not saying that he should be left off the hook, but he was saying like, where's the accountability for everybody that was involved? Because that it's two, it takes two to tango. So even though he was in the wrong, she was in the wrong too, and it feel like all the attention is directed to him, and of course it's going to be because he's the head coach. He's the guy in the spotlight. He's the guy who we see on the floor coaching the Celtics. So of course, I feel like more of the attention should be on him. But I think Kendrick was trying to point out like, yo, we should also have the a little shine on the female that was involved as well. She shouldn't be left off the hook. And there's a conversation about that going on right now, and I don't want to get too much into it because I don't know all the facts. I haven't really had the time to go deep into the depths of the situation of the story and then everything that was involved and how everything planned out. But yeah, I know that's one of the conversations that's been had recently that from what I've seen, and yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy. I mean, I definitely think they're blowing it up, especially because he's a successful black head coach, specifically for the Boston Celtics. Had a hell of a 1 year ride, and then this comes out. So, I mean, if what they're saying he did is true, then I mean, yeah, they suspended him already for the year. In my mind, they fired him. I don't see how they could let him come back and coach. Shoot, if I was ahead of the Boston Celtics organization, I wouldn't allow him to come back and coach. But that's a whole nother thing as well. Yeah, I agree with G. There should definitely be accountability for everybody involved. But that may be happening. That may be happening behind closed doors. We don't know. But of course, like I said, they're definitely blowing this up. I think because he's a successful, clean cut black coach that didn't really have any flaws up until this moment. And usually when that's the case, and that person does something wrong, you're gonna get the pile on effect. So, and not to even like shift gears, like, oh, we should be talking more about the Brett Favre situation because I know that happens a lot too.
Yeah.
But there is some validity to that. You know what I mean? It's just like that situation was nowhere in the news cycle. And this man is stealing millions upon millions of dollars from people that actually need it and committing crimes, and there's people and so many people involved. But of course, let there be infidelity or a cheating scandal going on, especially with a black coach, and then
government officials to spend millions of dollars in welfare funds on a volleyball center at the school where his daughter played the sport.
Beautiful Nia Long. It's gonna get blown up. So I just hate it had to be him. I was really rooting for him. But he's gonna have to hold this L, and hopefully he can bounce back.
I'm glad, like in both of you guys' arguments, like you didn't take the obvious route, which I've been hearing a lot of people talk about. To me, it's always funny, like when I hear people bring up like the physical attraction when it comes to being in a relationship. And yeah, don't get me wrong, physical attraction, that's the first thing we see. But physical attraction isn't enough to keep anybody.
It's not.
And one of the things that I've been hearing repeatedly is, how you gonna cheat on Nia Long? How she beautiful, blah, 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 blah. Just like when they was talking about the whole Beyonce situation, like anybody can get cheated on. Like your physical attraction is not enough to make a man or a woman not cheat on you. He took over the job from Brad Stevens. It's their first NBA Finals appearance since 2010. And don't get me wrong, they did lose to the now champion Golden State Warriors again. But this is an example of how you can work your ass off and obtain your goals, and it takes 10 minutes and you have it in crumble. Like it takes years and years and years and years and years to build up your reputation, and in just a few minutes.
I was thinking about that.
All
of the years he spent as an assistant head coach under Pop, I mean, he built up so much credibility. Yeah, I don't mean to cut you off, but yeah, that's a great. It's just crazy how that can happen.
Yeah, it is crazy.
And it's like, now I don't want to make this a racial thing, man, but it's challenging not to. But it's like when we fall from grace.
Yeah, it's a harder fall.
We work so hard, bust our ass. We know how challenging it is for us to get to the top of that mountain just to see over and then make it across. Man, again, man.
We always get judged by one moment too. It's always
it's like one
worst moment.
It takes one.
We always get judged for our worst moment.
That's it, bro. That's it, man. It's like we, even though it don't exist, we damn near gotta be perfect. Damn near. Even though it don't exist, we damn near gotta be perfect. We talking about not one stench on your record.
Not one.
One thing I will say, and we've seen this when it comes to sports, is people not necessarily forget, but they'll let it slide if you win. You win some shit, people might be right back on the bandwagon. I remember when Kobe was going through that situation. Soon as he brought another championship to LA, oh yeah, man, we right back on this bandwagon. So winning could help. Again, you got to get another opportunity.
Yeah.
Right. With them suspending them. And matter of fact, you said Brett Favre.
Yeah.
Why do I feel like this situation also overshadowed the whole Phoenix Suns situation?
Winning the championship?
Nah. The Phoenix
Suns. Oh yeah, the owner. Yeah. Las Vegas.
Yeah.
Bro, I feel like they talked about that maybe one day. We left it alone. The Phoenix Suns situation happened before the Boston head coach situation.
It did.
Yeah.
This is way more juicy.
Yeah.
A racist owner. What? Come on, that's nothing new.
Back again in the Phoenix Suns. I'm sorry, not back again in the Phoenix Suns. I'm sorry. I'm thinking about the Clippers situation. But I paired them two together because I was thinking about Chris Paul. Let me find out Chris Paul. Bad luck.
Yo, my fault. Not to even, but shout out to Vegas too. I said Las Vegas because they did win the WNBA championship.
Oh, so
okay, yeah.
Asia Wilson and
definitely.
Chelsea Gray and them shorties was out there hooping.
Salute that. We're gonna definitely have to give y'all a segment coming up. We gotta give y'all a segment coming up. But again, man, I pray that I pray he could bounce back, not just professionally. I pray that he bounced back with his I don't know if they was engaged or still
they were engaged.
I don't. Oh, okay. So I pray that they get that bounce back together. At the same time, let's not act like just because this is in the news, this is new to Nia Long, because it's a lot of celebrity wives or basketball player wives, girlfriends, fiancés that are aware of what their men do and are okay with it as long as it doesn't end up in public because now I look stupid and now I have to be the one plastered over the news articles and things of that nature. So I don't know, maybe, Neil Long already knew, at the same time, that is not our relationship, So I do feel as though it's cool if it was a story for one day, but to keep on going over and over and beating the dog upside his head with it, I think it's a bit redundant, just because, again, this is not our relationship. We don't know what Nia Long was cool with or what she wasn't cool with. And that's not necessarily the media's place to judge, okay, she's cool with this or not. You know what I'm saying? It could have been a surprise to her too, but let's not act like that we don't have those kind of open relationships out there. You know what I mean?
Especially at that level.